get this out on Twitter real fast. And see who will be first in the chat. Hey, DD214, welcome, man. Got the dabbing going on this evening. Oh, what a day in the market, man. Thank goodness for Clay's channel. Otherwise, I would hardly get any highlights throughout my day. I wouldn't know what was going on. I'd come home and blindly look at it and be like, oh, okay, that's what happened today. So how was your day, man? Had any good moves in the market? So I'm not sure how long of a stream we're going to do this evening. Just kind of on here hanging out, checking out a few things, seeing what closed where. Look at all that red. All that red out here. Crypto is all down. Did anything finish up in the green? That is the question. Looks like the Vanguard REITs. Looks like real estate and financials did good. Energy did good. That wasn't too bad of a day in the market. Been working a lot and barely even looked at the market. Yeah, that's a growing trend right now. A lot of us don't really look at the market too much during the day. Of course, I get on for the midday streams here. Of course, got the market up there. On Clay Rose when he gives when he comes in and basically gives an overview where the market's at. But I'm working all day, so I don't have time to stare at the market, stare at the charts all day. So I kind of set my moves and let them, have them out there in the wind and see if they catch and take off. Oh. Yeah, funny thing is, so actually, I think I may have inadvertently weeded a few people out. I thought we were supposed to be, we were at 77 subscribers. I thought we hit 78, but looks like 2 people left. I don't know if they were just looking for confirmation bias or they didn't like, my aggressive style. No idea what it was, but this channel's here for the people who want to be here, for the people who want to learn, not just who don't want to stay on a straight line, who want to learn other things they can do in the market to make money. I try and listen in, but get pulled into meetings unexpectedly. Yeah, that happens. It's totally understandable. Good evening, Frank. You started a couple minutes early. Well, yeah, Paul, you got the behind the scenes. A lot of it is just dependent upon me getting in, getting ready, and hitting the button. So today I was a little bit quicker hitting the button, so we're in here a little bit early. So yeah, we had DD214 first in the chat today. So yeah, it's so I did end up I did a little bit of cleanup on the portfolio. I managed to free up some capital. If I wait till Monday, I'll have some I know YouTube has unsubscribed some accounts I chose to subscribe to. Yeah, that could be part of it. Yeah, that could certainly be part of it. Who knows? It could be inactivity on their account or what. So people who joined in and they're inactive for so long, so it just kind of dumps them off in the end. Oh, that hurt. DD for yeah. DD214 was first. But yes, I managed to free up a bit of capital. If I wait till Monday, I got to look and see how AMC does compared to Ford tomorrow. That is a key thing behind getting that wheel up and running. I've got some positions that some bull puts. Frank, better clickbait. Better clickbait names. So I do have some. I might close out early tomorrow to free up because I've got positions that I've got collateral from bull put spreads that are out there. I've got money set aside for stop losses on a couple of positions that are open. So I've got money to get extra shares. The problem is the money is serving a purpose right now, whether it be for stop losses or if it's tied up in collateral for playing spread positions, because everything I do for the most part is selling. So if I'm playing spreads, I've got to put up collateral just to cover my positions. So I'm not sure. Certainly after going through and clearing up some of the non-dividend stocks, I do have I did manage to pick up a decent amount of shares. So the number of AMC shares that I need to flex over to Ford Flex, it is lower now. I've been working to find other methods to, if it runs up 1701, that'll be great because that'll give me a pretty good start based on where Ford has been kind of moving around lately. It'll give me a start towards getting a second wheel. So if I can get two wheels going at once, I'll really be able to start stacking up the capital for after the wash period expires. So yeah, it's it's an aggressive strategy. I've got to play it by ear and just kind of see what kind of steps I can take to streamlining it and getting my AMC position shored up as quickly as possible. Because it hurts pulling shares away from AMC, but in the long run, with how they're dragging it out, in the long run, I think I'm going to end up ahead. I know right now is the perfect time to average down on some accounts, but I just end up buying AMC. Not much, but it's some. Yeah, there's averaging down. There's nothing wrong with that. So DD214. I don't know if you've been in the stream. I can't remember if you've been part of most of it the past 2 or 3 days. I am actually looking. So I've got the regular investment strategy where on AMC I'm doing covered calls and bull put spreads in order to generate more revenue to buy more shares. The problem is I've had a couple times where the stop losses I put on my covered calls have gotten triggered to where I set levels where it's an acceptable loss. Well, they've gotten triggered a couple times, and basically it's just throwing money back out because I'm selling to open a covered call position. Well, to exit that I have to buy to close, and I'm buying higher than the premium that I sold to open, so I'm losing a bit of money. So what I'm looking at, Ford and AMC are fairly close in price. Looking at them right now, there's $1 difference. So they're fairly close in price. And also looking at the premiums of their contracts, they're fairly close in price. So what I'm looking at is flexing shares from AMC over to Ford so I can open a full-fledged wheel, meaning I sell covered calls. When those get executed, I buy cash secured puts. But because... Do you think the MOAS is always tomorrow, Paul? MOAS is always tomorrow. But because it's an intended wheel, I don't have to set a stop loss. I'm intending upon selling those and flipping it back to the low side and coming back to it. So it's an aggressive move, but in the long run, if I can get a pair of wheels going on Ford, then a pair of wheels, low side, I'm looking at creating an extra $40 a week. High side, I'm potentially looking at $180 to $200 a week. Conservatively, I can get a lot higher on the high side. Just depends on how far of a spread I get between the calls and the puts. If I push it out to a dollar spread, I'm looking at about 240 to 280 a week. So the potential for gains, and to put that back into AMC, the potential for gains is huge, and that's what I'm going for. I know there are people out there that, if you don't diamond hand every single share, you're not an ape. You're not part. They're the haters out there. Well, part of the movement is, it's your money. Do with it what you want. And one thing I try to make sure people know is the shares that are temporarily leaving from AMC, I intend upon filling as soon as the wash period is up, and I can get back into them without losing the write-off for next year. Now, if the MOAS happens this year, the write-off won't matter anyway. But if they drag this out long enough, I start getting two wheels going on Ford, and then I replace every share that any shares that I had to move from AMC to Ford. Hey JB, give me just a second. I will definitely do that. But every share that moves from AMC to Ford will move back as a result of Ford generating revenue. Once those shares are repaid, then I can take half of the profit towards AMC and half of the profit and continue to pack it on Ford, get Ford up to running four wheels, and then from there Ford can, half of it go to AMC, 2 wheels worth to AMC, and then 2 wheels worth can go to any other stock in my portfolio. So it really is a way long term to multiply your position and get your account generating its own revenue stream. Favorite metal bands. It depends on your definition of metal. I would probably have to go. Does it have to be in order, and how many do I have to come up with, JB? That's an important question. How many bands do they have to be? First, second, third, fourth, and all that type stuff. And yeah. Waiting. Does it need to be a specific type or in order? Well, how many? You say bands. How many are we looking for? Because three that come to mind: Tool, Slipknot, and Amon Amarth. Hands down, three of my favorite metal bands right there. Closely following would be Cradle of Filth. Cradle of Filth is in there. Iron Maiden is in there. Yeah, that's 5 right there. So, but yeah, for top 3, it's easily Slipknot, Tool, Amon Amarth. That's because over in that corner, I've actually got a Jim Root signature Fender Telecaster, not the Squier. It is an actual Fender Telecaster, and Jim Root is one of my favorite guitarists of all time. So Slipknot, it's kind of obvious. Yeah, Run to the Hills is awesome. Actually, my favorite Iron Maiden song would have to be "Hallowed Be Thy Name." That is just such a masterful song, and Bruce Dickinson's vocals, just the fact that he can hold those high belting notes, and that's exhausting. You can tell how tired he is, and even through all the belting, he's still running around stage like a madman during Iron Maiden. As far as from back in the 70s and 80s, Iron Maiden has to be the greatest metal band ever, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, of course, you can throw Skid Row in there, Sebastian Bach's vocals. Yeah, I'm a huge music nut. I can talk bands all day long. That's why, during Clay's thing, it's like, Amon Amarth. And he's like, what? He's trying to pronounce it and everything. He said Twilight. Well, the song is actually Twilight of the Thunder God, in reference to Thor, Odin's son. But yeah, it was not a bad day in the market. Everyone has their own watch list. Everyone has their own portfolios. And looking at it, so I'm going to go through and do a green count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm about 50% green on the day. So yeah, it's, well, the market's getting beat up, but if you spread it out among different sectors, you don't notice it as much. So yeah, I cannot wait. Well, let's we'll jump into Ford options, or not Ford, AMC options for tomorrow. Yeah, but heaven forbid, everyone. Oh, I gotta take care of something here, JB. I am so sorry. I'm neglecting my duties as host. You weren't in here earlier, JB. But it has been such a fucking good week. Oh, sorry, I dropped an F-bomb in there. Trying to keep the language good in here. So there's a thing going on. It's been such a good week in the market. For a lot of people are pulling their hair out. I've had an amazing week in the market. So yeah, I'm popping blue names left and right in the live stream. This is the week of the blue names, and I'll clean up the blue names next week. But so everyone just enjoy the blue names for the rest of today and tomorrow. Amazing singer, I Remember You, power ballad, love it. Yeah, I Remember You's amazing. No, see, I only I heard a little bit off. What was that? A-Sides, I think it was their third album. I only listened to the original and Slave to the Grind. Those are two of the greatest, like hair rock. It's funny because a lot of power ballads, but really he was verging on the edge. And please don't hate me for saying this. He was on the edge of screamo before screamo was a thing, because how high he could drive his voice. I mean, Sebastian, his voice is amazing. My sister actually went to a Skid Row concert for her 16th birthday, and I can't remember if this was before or after Slave to the Grind, but my dad took her to the concert at the Lakefront Arena there in New Orleans. And my sister screaming to the stage, Sebastian Bach, I want to have your baby. My sister loves Sebastian Bach, and it was her first concert, and guy next to my dad and my sister was like, hey, you want to get a beer? And he's like, hey, you can get one for my dad also. So yeah, I didn't go to that concert, but the stories were just hilarious. Frank, next time I'll put you in timeout. Yeah. So my first concert was actually in the Superdome in New Orleans. The opening act was Faith No More. I love Faith No More. They did not use the house sound. They tried to use their own sound system, and they sounded like Heineken. They just sounded horrible. But Faith No More opened for Metallica and Guns N' Roses. And this was the Black Album and the Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. And that was such a great concert. So yeah, let's, as we're still talking about music, if we get a little bit of a run-up, and if I can get a good price differential, it might be worth it tagging these, tagging covered calls at 16. If this can go higher to basically, between the 29 premium I got on the 17s, which are still active and open, if I can open 16s to make the overall price to $16.50, so essentially I would need 21 cents a premium at $16 in order to hit the $16.50, which would give me a fairly close price to where Ford is. Bon Jovi 87. 87, was that the Slippery When Wet album? I think that... Hey, Simon, welcome to the live stream. I think I'm kind of certain, or I'm fairly certain that 87 was about the time Slippery When Wet came out for Bon Jovi. Which, that was, well, Wanted Dead or Alive, greatest Bon Jovi song ever. But if you, they did the soundtrack for Young Guns 2, which Bon Jovi actually appeared in. From the Young Guns soundtrack, I absolutely love the song Santa Fe. That is it's funny because Wanted Dead or Alive is the most awesome Bon Jovi song out there, but Santa Fe would actually, if you're talking greatest songs of all time, Santa Fe would actually rate higher. But for being a Bon Jovi song, Wanted Dead or Alive is a better song. Santa Fe did not sound like a Bon Jovi song, if that makes sense to you. So, kind of a weird way to look at it. But yes, Santa Fe is one of my favorite songs of all time. So yeah, Simon, how's it going, man? And let's see. Oh, well, we were still peeking around. So we're gonna do let's do a 1-for-1 check here for everybody hanging out in the chat, because if you notice the title, it's gearing up for the Viper and the Cobra, and I think that's kind of funny because Simon, we're saying so. A lot of this channel is about AMC, and of course, my trading strategy is the carbon fiber Viper. Well, that's where the Viper comes from, and then of course, the Mustang Cobra. So the Viper and the Cobra, it just seemed to fit. If I was in the Harry Potter universe, I'm so Slytherin. It's obvious how Slytherin I am. Okay, there we go. We're set up for it. So I want to kind of do a comparison, looking out at the gym. That's awesome, Simon. I've got to start working out more. A lot of my workout I get at work, but I've got to start, exercising outside of work. So we're on the call side of the house. If you look, the share prices are only $1 different. So the premiums should fall kind of in line. So the next strike up, so we're going to go 86 and 67. Ooh. Not 86, not 67. So it looks like Ford's premiums are a little bit lower, but the problem with that is the main problem behind playing the covered calls aggressively on AMC is I don't want my shares to get assigned. I don't want my shares going to the hedge funds. I don't want them going to anyone. So I'll be giving up premium for the ability to play more aggressive. Because let's see, okay, so we're looking at. So I would potentially do either one of these. So the 48 and 28. So 48. So the 48 is within 50 cents. In order to get around there, I would have to jump out another $1.25 to $1.75. So as you can see, in order for the same premium, I would have to be further away for safety. And all it takes is a little bit of action on AMC, and of course I would be setting a stop loss because I don't want to lose the shares. Well, a little bit of a run up the first day or two are going to blow right through the stop loss, and that's the problem I've been running into with doing the covered calls aggressively. I can go, these are next week's prices. So if I just wanted to collect 20%, I can go up to the 1850 mark. At the $20 mark, $20 mark, collect $12 of premium. Well, $12 of premium on Ford, I wouldn't even go that far away because the whole thing behind the wheel is you don't mind getting assigned. So really, this is, I know I was talking with, hey, Vengeance, welcome, man. Stopping by to start some Shiza. So yeah, the wheel is meant to be played. You can play the wheel a little bit more aggressively than playing, standard cash secured puts and covered calls, as far as just generating that revenue and holding your position. So when you're running in my humble opinion, when you are running the wheel, there's nothing wrong with going the next price above or below. Whether you're doing covered calls or cash secured puts, or the price above it. Anywhere within either the next strike or strike up, especially when you're talking a 50-cent increment, pretty much anything within $1, you're really you're really wanting to stay kind of close in, because so you make a little bit on, okay, we are on so essentially I am going to be making, I can make $48 worth of premium. If it runs up and hits here, okay, I'm getting 1,650. So basically it turns into getting the shares at 16.98. And depending upon where it is, I will turn around and play the following week the exact same representation. We're just a little bit different on the pricing, just because it's closer to 13.50 or 16.50. So it's closer, so the premiums are going to be a little bit lower on the cash secured puts. But the thing is, I'm also getting the difference. If I get executed at 16.50 and then I go the other side at 16, that's $50 of profit that I'm just, I'm banking. Yeah, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Yeah, I see what you did there. But yeah, it's just I'm looking to. I'm in a lot better position. I'm feeling better about it after today, going through, trimming up some of the non-dividend stocks that I'm holding. Trimming those out temporarily. And I didn't actually touch any of my quarterly dividend stocks yet. Pretty much everything I did was non-dividend related today, and I'll look tomorrow and reevaluate what moves I need to make, and any changes I'm going to make to minimize the amount of shares I have to pull away from AMC to get this up and running. But one way, no matter what, I want to have the wheel kicking off on Monday. The wheel kicking off on Monday, because every day I'm waiting to start the wheel, I'm losing out on theta. Theta's kicking in, taking a little bit more. So just trying to get this up and running Monday and see where we're at from there. Of course, if AMC runs up and tags 1701 tomorrow, that's the perfect scenario right there. 1701. As long as Ford doesn't run up to 20 something a share. That's the only way this doesn't. If AMC hits 1701 and Ford runs up to 20, I'm going to cry. Because I'll have to, at that point I won't have enough to get all the shares I need to close out, and unless I find more ways to skim from the rest of the portfolio. So it's aggressively rebalancing. Ooh, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Waiting to see who's going to do it. I'm also working out 12 ounces at a time. Yeah, that's yeah, see, Paul, if you keep working out the 12 ounces, eventually you'll build up strength and you'll move up to 16 ounces. Oh, I don't, there we go, Paul got him. I was waiting to see who was going to knock him out. Yeah, look at that run up on Ford today. Jiminy Cricket. Well, I didn't know the same person can time out multiple times. Yeah, that's what worries me is, so Ford did make better gains on the day. They had a steadier upward climb. I don't know, going from 1478. Actually, when you look at it, the lows on the two of them is separated by what, $1.02? Yeah, $1.02. They closed out separated by $1.01. These two are. This is a perfect example of what I mean by Ford is an analog of AMC right now. The fact that, looking at them, the low point of the day for both of them was separated by $1.02, and the closing price of both of them was separated by $1.01. 2 wrenches. Yeah. Paul's rocking it like Doc Holliday. I got 2 guns, 1 for each of you. Val Kilmer made a pretty good Doc Holliday. I do prefer Dennis Quaid in Wyatt Earp, though. Wyatt Earp, Tombstone was good. Wyatt Earp was better, in my opinion, as far as movies go. And a lot of it did come down to the playing of Doc Holliday. So what's everyone else up to this evening? Who really stood out today? Yeah, I'm looking at the shape of the SPY, meaning just how it ran for the day, and I'm looking for a stock that closed good but did not follow the pattern of the SPY. Because that is a tailing tail. If you've got your major indices, and your major indices are, all 3 of them, the SPY, the Q, and the Russell, if they're all running the exact same pattern, look for stocks that aren't matching the pattern, because pretty much you can tell. I know those ounces. You know those ounces? But yeah, look for stocks that are really bucking the trend of the market, because they may be in a sector that isn't susceptible, especially when the market is pulling back. When you see the SPY, the Q, the Russell all falling the exact same way, but you see this out of the way stock that is running against the grain, that has totally unorthodox movement, doesn't look like any other stock you're seeing at the time. Something's going on there, and it's kind of interesting to see what might be causing that. Paul thinks AMC will close under 1590. I hope not. I'm not going to try to math this. My brain won't work. Let's see if you are correct. We'll call it 4 divided by, you're saying 1590. That's still not too bad at the numbers that I'm looking at. The differential between some of the prices I'm looking at, it would only end up being maybe a 2 to 3 share differential. So yeah, 1590 would not be bad. It would be certainly it would certainly be better than having the 100 shares. Having the covered call executed, which would be 100 shares. So yeah, 1590 based on the shares that I need in order to get established on Ford. Hey, Pika! How is it going? We're all just hanging out here talking blasphemy. What's going on with PROG? We haven't looked at PROG in a minute on here. Oh, look at all that barcoding. Oh my God. This block right here, this block right here, this block right here. Can you say boring? I don't mind me just listening while at work. Oh, that's cool. We're glad to have you in here. Just so much barcoding on PROG. That's... Granted, it hasn't moved too much lately. GameStop's looking... Yeah, GameStop definitely looking down. AMC definitely... If you compared AMC to GameStop, AMC was definitely the winner of the day between the two of them. Yeah. But it all comes down to volume, essentially. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump over on the 1 minute just real fast. What did GameStop did 225,000 or 226, but oh. And AMC over almost 2.4 million. Now, see, the thing is, if we could get AMC to start having low volume days like GameStop, that would actually, that would help us. The main problem with AMC right now is the fact that, in my humble opinion, the volume is too high right now. We need volume to dry up. And see, that's the thing. That's another reason why, day trading options, swing trading options, all your option plays, if you're not executing, that is why, those are important, because playing the options back and forth across the day, those contracts, they're floating out there, but they're not adding to the volume. The only time volume really is applied is on expiration day when they if they get exercised. That is the only time they would really come into the volume of the shares traded. Anytime they can be exercised any day of the week, but on Friday you have a lot of an hour before market close, all the options expiring that day lock. And whatever's in the money, that is additional volume that pumps in. So yeah, we just need lower volume, which is part of why, it's not really a reason, but it's a side effect of playing options. The side effect of you're still making gains, you're still making trades, but you're not affecting the volume throughout the day. So it's a great side effect. The only day you really have to worry about the volume affecting options is on a Friday, or the options volume affecting the traded shares. But yeah, Paul, 1590 would fit within the plan right now. It does fit with my numbers. So yeah, not quite the 17 to exercise for the 100 shares on the covered call, but that's nice because that's less shares I got to replenish down the road. And that's the key thing, that I want to replenish the shares. Unfortunately, I do have to wait. Oh, what else? SPY. Yeah, SPY looked decent today. We'll check the normals. Q's looking the same. Russell looking real good on the day though. I'm going to save myself some time here. Add to watch list, my watch list. Take the Russell, move it down. Go over. I don't know why I didn't do this before. And it's not that, it doesn't take that long. Add to watch list. My watch list. Take the Qs, drop them right underneath the SPY. There we go. Y'all can't actually see them, but I can bring them up faster this way. In fact, it's Doge and Shib. We're going to move stuff around just a bit. Doge and Shib are on the crypto. If we go over to the crypto list, they're all on here. Who do we want to move to the bottom? Not too many people, really, a lot of the community, I don't hear people talking about Doge. So I'm going to go ahead and move Doge to the bottom. And I'm not moving Shib to the bottom because I don't believe in Shib. But it's a little bit OCD that Shib and Doge are both on they're both on regular exchanges, to where the other 5 are on the wallet, so I kind of want the other 5 to be together. It's a weird me thing. Nothing against individual derps. against individual coins. My my brain is running really slow today. I don't know, really slow this evening because uh, if you compare how the midday went, the midday we were flying. I cannot. That's lately the middays, of course, but like yesterday's aftermarket and everything, we have really covered a lot of information, and that's as for crypto, no one is talking about. Not good. Yeah, no one is really talking about Doge right now. Luckily, my position in Doge isn't that big. I know there are a lot of people who are ready to pull their hair out over the crypto market and have huge stakes in Doge. My Doge is, I don't have that large of a position in Doge. In fact, you want to know that y'all might think this is funny. Do you want to know the reason I bought Doge? I bought Doge so that on this is something you can actually test out and see. Oh, any crypto? Yeah. So on Robinhood, if you own crypto, it'll actually show you when you go from day to week to month. It'll actually show the gaps. You can see where the weekend is. Depending on how much crypto. If you have a lot of crypto, it would still move around like like the normal market. But my crypto position is so small that quite literally my weekend is a straight line because it doesn't affect my portfolio that much, but the time is still reflected on it. That's the whole reason I got Doge. Yeah, definitely prayers to Grandpa Barney. Simon, good call. I talked with him the other night. I haven't spoken. No, I haven't messaged with him. I didn't message with him yesterday. I did the day before though. I know that there's a lot going on there. So yeah, I probably should tonight message just see what's up with him and let him know we're thinking about him. But yeah, he's things could definitely be a lot better there. It's not good. So yeah, Spy Q Russell. I almost. Oh, so I want to move Prague out of the way because it's just not that exciting right now. The problem is if I move Prague below IWM and put IWM above the logo, then I'll have a couple stocks, three indices, another stock, and me being me, I've got to have all the stocks together, all the ETFs together, all the indexes, and then crypto. I'm weird like that. That's just one of my things. So yeah, GameStop, Prague. I'll move Prague below GameStop though. Oh yeah, Grandpa Barney is awesome. Well, it's funny because he's Grandpa Barney in chat, and somebody called him Uncle Barney. Well, when he and I are messaging with each other, it's brother. He and I we both work outside. We both do work on lines outside. Granted, he does voltage. I do mainline coaxial and fiber optics, but we both work outside, and so we know how bad the weather sucks, and it's just so it's kind of a brotherhood there. So it's kind of funny that we're all on Clay Bros channel because we're bros and we're brothers. In fact, let me hey, anybody who's listening, if you want to type in a message to Grandpa Barney, I will take a picture of it and I'll actually send it over to him. So if you want to get some words out to Grandpa Barney, I'm actually going to type in here also. Yeah, no, wrong word. Oh, come on. So I'm going to give you all a minute to pop in anything else on there. You know, if you want to get a message out to Grandpa Barney, and like I said, I'll send that. I'll send that right over. You know, during the stream. In fact. Oh, come on, Polaris Office. Oh, I swear Polaris Office better not try to update right now. Here we go. Something's trying to update. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab a picture of this. Oh. Don't need full. Okay. Oh, wait, did I miss that one? Oh, no, I got that one. Okay. I thought I saw one pop up out of my periph. Oh. Yeah, I was actually kind of, I was wondering if Riptide was going to pop in here, because we did, yeah. So that's the worst thing about the midday. You know, I love the midday and everything, but I look down at my work phone and it's like 4 minutes left in lunch. It's like, oh, I need to get moving right now because I'm fixing to be late getting back to work. So yeah, I was gonna go through and look everything over for Riptide, and I realized I don't have. I gave him the quickest explanation I could. I'm like, man, the lunch just flies by. We have such a good time in here on lunch. Oh, Riptide's at the club? Oh, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with being in the club. Oh, we're on the queues there. Oh, Grandpa Barney is actually typing right now. So yeah, AMC options, 8 days out. It wouldn't be a look at the options without looking at the bull put spreads. Anyone in on Terra Luna looks like it's about to flip XRP. Like I said, for me, Pika, y'all have seen every crypto position I'm in. And of course, thanks to Paul, I am now mining Bitcoin, which is absolutely awesome. I never thought I'd be mining crypto. That's how awesome Paul is. If y'all have not subscribed to Paul's channel yet, you need to pop over there and smash that red button. Turn that red button gray. Get anyone listening, anyone watching, anyone back on the replay, hop in there, go over to Paul Wright's Lawns, and smash that subscribe button. So bull puts, I should actually have y'all remember this stuff for me. I think we were looking, I think the 1450s were the low, oh no, 1350s. So 1350 was the edge of the danger zone. Not on the highway, but just on a regular danger zone. So 1350s. So yeah, we're still looking at just shy of 20% capture on those. You know, $50 of premium up for $9, or $50 of collateral for $9 of premium. That is better when it's at a 10. And that 1350, that has held up so far. Or for not perfectly, they had the one little punch through by 10 cents. So let's actually go in. We're going to go and see how long this actually was. Are we at the... Where's that 13? Wait. Oh, they're on. Really? I wanted to be over here. I want that 1340. I'm just going to go sideways till I find it. It's just my madness. Here it comes. Coming back down. Nope, not it. Not it. Game on. I'm sure there are easier ways to do this. Coming back down? Is this it? Are we here? Are we here? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Oh, wait. There it is. I think we found it. I don't know what this 1362 line was. It looks like it's been there a while. But let's go in. We can drop a new line in. This is our bull put danger line. So it will be red because it's a danger line. Here is a funny thing that most people may not know. So when you visit other countries, you know, each country has their own way of doing things. And one thing I learned over in Korea was all their emergency exit signs are green and white. And it was people were talking about how the red and how our exit signs are red and white, but if they can't speak English, the red would tell them danger, so they wouldn't go to that door. So apparently they use green doors that way. Regardless of where you're from, if you can't speak the language, if you see the green with the exit, you can know you're good to exit, or green, you can go. Hey, Kalani, welcome to the live stream. Okay, I'm more of a crypto girl, but nothing wrong with learning options. Once I'm there in my life, I do hold AMC. Yeah, peak of this channel, we do a lot with options on here, but the perfect example, talking with Paul and everything, I start talking about long term. Well, that was actually on Paul's live stream, but we were talking about dividend stocks versus bank accounts, real estate investment trust, the REITs and everything. This channel is not a one-trick pony. It's centered around options, but we can talk options, crypto. Granted, I'm not that good at crypto, but yeah, we can certainly talk about any aspect of the market. So here we go. Oh wow, Frank, make the old guy cry. Thanks, my brother. Between COVID and losing my mom, it's been a rough 2 weeks. Still feel rough, but on my way back. Much love, Frank. Send my love to everyone. Tell them thanks for the love and prayers, and I pray for all of you. So that is a message from Grandpa Barney. I will actually, if he's not in Clay's live stream tomorrow, I'll probably kick that out to. I'll kick that on Clay Bros also. I'm here for the free food after the stream. Yeah, that's yeah, Paul, we got all kinds of leftovers in the fridge, man. On nights with hot food, you got two choices: take it or leave it. And other than that, we have one of our favorite things is catch as one can, meaning whatever you can find in the fridge. Yeah. That was part of what was going on, Pika. He was staying with his mom in the hospital through this time, and that was when he contracted COVID, was there at the hospital. So yeah, it was a really rough time. But yeah, that's why, all the prayers. Please read again, Mr. Grandpa Barney. Okay, yeah, I can read it again. Oh wow, Frank, make the old guy cry. Thanks, my brother. Between COVID and losing my mom, it's been a rough 2 weeks. Still feel rough, but on my way back. Much love, Frank. Send my love to everyone. Tell them thanks for the love and prayers, and I pray for all of you. Yeah, it's it is not an easy thing. Oh. Yeah, so little thing from my past. Now there are certain stocks I will not play. There are things that just go against that, to me, feel wrong to play, and one of those is I don't play stocks with related to the tobacco industry, because we lost my dad November 2016, and ended up that he was diagnosed on Tuesday the 2nd of November, and he passed away on the 16th of November 2 weeks later. So the tobacco industry, cigarette stocks, that is a stock I will not play. There are certain things that it may be cool. Other people, people play them just for the money and everything. There are stocks that I will not touch, and that is just it goes against every fiber of my being. I will not play, and the tobacco industry is one of those. Yeah, hey, prayers out to you, Kalani. Yeah, losing a parent, it's the big reason why I'm into investing is because she left us kids 1,000 each, so I'm trying to make something of it. Yeah, it's man. If it doesn't hit you in the heart, man, that's man for everyone. Someone had posted something. And I don't remember where it was or what it was about, but if and the you never want to lose a loved one, but there's as a parent myself, you look at it and someone had shared something, if you lose a spouse, lose your spouse, you're a widow or widower. You lose your parents, you're an orphan. But there is no word for losing a child. So I mean, it's yes, Paul. Death definitely sucks. It does. It is a part of life, and see. Okay, so here's the thing. So we lost my dad, and but during the service, now there was a priest at his service, but the thing was, the priest was actually in Boy Scouts with my dad when they were kids. And see, I never knew my grandfather on my dad's side. He passed away when my dad was 15 or 16 when my grandfather on that side passed. So I never knew him. And so Father Pete got up there and was telling stories from scouting because my grandpa was part of the troop from Boy Scouts. So I actually got to know my grandfather through Father Pete, through the priest at my dad's celebration of life, because we did not have a funeral. We had a celebration of life, which was, everybody got up there and told stories, shared memories. It was actually a celebration. And the funny thing was, so I was the last one to speak. So my dad had this habit of we'd be going to go somewhere, and 5 minutes before we're set to leave, he's like, okay, well, I'm going to grab a shower and start getting ready. So he was retired. He didn't have to be anywhere. It's just we'd be planning to go do something, and right when we're ready to leave, he starts getting ready. So I get up there, and his celebration of life. We were telling jokes. We were having it wasn't a down event. We were sharing great memories. So I get up there, and me being the smart aleck that I am, I get up there and talking about strength of character, and I actually told everyone how when we're getting ready to go somewhere, he would start getting ready then, and he would always be. We'd be getting ready to leave, and he would start getting ready, and that's why when I walked in the room today, I was surprised to see he was the first one here. Everybody at the celebration of life everyone was giving chuckles and laughs because for the people who knew him, it was that's part of losing a family member. Dude, celebrate their life. There's a time for mourning them and everything, but when you're with everyone, share a memory, share a story, share a joke. One of my first friends passed away this week. His burial was today. We met in Boy Scouts. Man, a lot of us that were in Scouts. So, yeah, a lot of my family on both sides involved in scouting. I was only a Cub Scout. I didn't make it to Boy Scouts. But to make up for that, when I went in the Army, my first MOS, I was a Calf Scout. So I continued to be a Scout down the way. Hey, DD214, no problem, man. Thanks for coming by, spending a little bit of your evening with us. We're just Yeah, we're just out here sharing. Hey, what's that thing? I don't know. I've seen it before. What's that? ARMS, the emotional support or the spiritual thing. This has gone from stock market into a group of friends sharing stories. Because remember, nothing that happens in here is financial advice. We're just friends who all happen to be investing in the same stocks. I wasn't in Girl Scouts. Our leader quit before it even started. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, DD214 was in here. He was, just in the background. I think, like you, I think DD214 was working also. Yeah, Kalani's first day in the live stream, first day subscribed to the channel, and that's got Kalani crying, crying the reminiscing tears. Yeah, DD214 was first in chat. Oh, it looks like hey, for those who might be interested later on tonight, Paul looks. Was that a video you uploaded, Paul? I just got the notification for it. From stocks, not financial advice, to healthy therapy session with mental life advice. Yeah, that's dude, Kalani, you actually not last night, but Tuesday night, I pulled a guitar off the wall. We had a poll, and 86% said they wanted me to pull a guitar off the wall, and so yeah, I was jamming out here, played a couple little riffs. Not a whole lot or anything, but just I hadn't picked up a guitar in a while, so I was definitely rusty. But yeah, it's this. It doesn't have to be all stock market. Does there are times we're in here talking about sports, talking about Formula One, NASCAR, talking. We were talking music earlier. I mean, this is just a hangout where what's my day job? I'm a broadband maintenance technician. I work on mainline and fiber optics for a cable company. I do the outside the 3/4 inch to half-inch cable and the fiber optics. So that's my day job. No, Pika, I'm not going to go in depth about it. That real quick explanation on it. Unfortunately, I can't pull a guitar off the wall right now. It is a night. But my roommate works midnights, so I can't be. They're sleeping right now before they get up to go in for their shift, so I can't. Well, I could, but I won't disrupt their sleep by pulling guitar down and playing. Oh, really, Kalani? You are a drummer slash percussionist? Okay, no problem. No problem, Paul. Yeah, I don't know. So, Kalani, I don't know. Do you follow me on Twitter at all? I do have one of those tweet things going on. Oh, no, don't do that. That's not my day job. Oh, no, wrong one. Waiting to see if Kalani is on Twitter. Yeah, Paul is one of the Facebook stalkers out there. Death Grip Killa. Who is Death Grip Killa? I think I know who that is. Well, no, actually, wait a minute. It shouldn't be, because if that's who I think it is, their name should be, their name would be Blue. That was what I was thinking, that it might have been them. Oh. Okay, you don't use... Not on Twitter? Okay. I was going to say, if you were on Twitter, I would show you... I would show you both of my kits, because I've got two, but I've only got one set up right now. Kalani, I do have to ask, traditional grip or open hand? Because I am open hand myself. Well, let me go in here. Oh, no. Yeah, Paul definitely, that's why I have mods in here. Now, okay, I'm gonna have to... Oh, let me, Actually, I'll do all three different layouts. Learn traditional marched indoor and summer marching played set, second, fourth bass, snare, tenor. Oh wow. Play match grips on sets. So this is my full trimmed down cymbal set, but this is my full open-handed, because I do play open hand mostly, but this is actually my balanced oh man, I got an annoying phone ringing. That was for my extended warranty on my car. But yeah, so going on it, try and get it centered. I've got the two floor toms on both sides by the thighs, and four rack toms, and got the full rotation on the cymbals. Now, this is, so the center two toms, or yeah, the center two rack toms. Oh, that was you calling it? Yeah. The center two are actually, the main part of the set is sonars. The center part were actually a Pearl add-on set. So with the Pearl add-on set pulled, so I pulled the pearls and actually did a full cymbal array on this one. So that's a fairly decent cymbal setup. I literally couldn't fit anything else on the set. And now, try to find it, see if I got a good one. So that was my sonar set with the Pearl add-ons, and then I've got a set of Mapex Saturns also, and I'm looking for a good shot of those. So here's my Mapex Saturn with kind of a minimalist cymbal set on it. Oh dear goodness, the cymbals. My main snare is actually a Ludwig hammered bronze. I do have some. I've got pork pie. Mix between. I've got some maple. I've got some oak. A lot of mahogany. I've got hybrid multiply shells. I've only got one hammered bronze. I've got a couple steel. I'm looking at getting a coated titanium snare also at some point down the road. But yeah, my main one is a Ludwig hammered bronze. I do have a really, really gorgeous pork pie, patinaed copper snare also. So sometimes I go for a metal snare, sometimes I go for wood. It just depends, how warm of a sound I'm looking for. But yeah, so for the K Custom, yeah, I've got a huge mix of K Custom. I've got the 24-inch Sweet Ride, and a lot of my other K Customs are either the EFXs, and then I've got fast crashes, because I like, I go with the fast crashes because I like, I don't like them to ring through. I want them to dissipate as fast as possible. In fact, I don't have my my Ludwig's not even set up right now for my hammered bronze. Ludwig 5-piece and a 5-piece GP granite. Hey, those are Paul. Those are it doesn't matter what kind of Ludwig, of course, is one of the best names in drums. That's why I don't have a Ludwig set, but when it came time to get a really super good hammered bronze, really good snare, I went Ludwig. In fact, I'll actually grab it. I've got it right over here. This is my baby. And of course, there's the badge. Oh. And I run the Evans HD dries. I actually run those heads on most of my snares. Yeah, it's a 14.8. Yeah, I did not play mess around when it came to that snare. Let's see. Just picked up my first aftermarket 6.5 by 14 brass pork pie. It might be the same snare. I can't remember if it was brass. It might be brass and not copper. Yeah, it's the patinaed green with a little bit of gray. Evans EC reverse dots. Yeah, those are good heads. There's nothing wrong if. See, here's the thing. I'm on a couple drumming pages. I don't go on Facebook anymore, but I was on drumming pages, and people are always posting pictures of their snare heads tore up, and like, oh, now I've got to wait a week to get a new head in, and it's like, dude, you are obviously an amateur because if you don't have a stack of heads standing by. Those are just my spare heads for my snares. I think I've got one spare bass head, and I think for my full set of toms, I think I've got 2 spare sets for everything. But yeah, you get the people like, oh, I broke my snare head, now I can't play for a week. It's like, I understand if you don't have a music store nearby. If you don't have a music store, even just get yourself an El Cheapo. Go out and spend $10 and get an El Cheapo single ply, 7. Just get an El Cheapo head to throw on there to get you by, until obviously you're not a gigging drummer, because a gigging drummer would have spare heads laying all over the place. Got to have extra heads. At Drumming 101, exactly. In fact, I'm not sure if I got any reverse dots in here. I might have a couple, because I like to play around different heads, different sounds. Yeah, I think most everything I have is Remo. No, I've got the Evans. So I got Evans and Remo. I kind of bounce between the two of them. Yeah. There are elitists who say, oh, it has to be Evans or it has to be Remo. Different shells, different depths, sound better with different heads on them, and that's why you just got to play around. I've actually got one head that it's been on like 4 different snares, and I think I finally put it on a snare, and I like the sound on that one. So, keep a logbook, know which ones. Which snares sound best with which heads on them, and have a couple test heads around just to, if you get a new snare, have a couple spare heads that you can throw on just to find the sound you're looking for. Because there's a meme out there, and it's a picture of a dog, and there's a person, looking to pet the dog, and like, does he bite? And the owner's like, no, he'll hurt you in other ways. Well, what do you mean? And the dog looks up and says, your snare sounds like shit. Oh, there's profanity again. Oops. Single bass, chain driven, bass pedals. I'm rocking. Tama double bass speed Cobras. Oh. Well, I am actually running. You got to remember, I play open hand, and if you look at the way my set is, you're balanced. You're sitting centered on it. So I am actually running the offset double bass pedals. So instead of sitting off to the side of your snare and sitting on your snares in the center, but your bass is lined up, the offset, your pedals are even, your snares in front and your single bass pedals in front also, so you can sit there and you got your floor toms on the side and your rack toms in front. So everything is laid out in front. That's part of playing open-handed. Is a lot of people will have a traditional setup, snare, they're kind of lined up, snare in the center, hi-hat off to the side, rack toms, like you would on a traditional set. And they want to play open hand, but that really means, if you're running double floor toms, you got your one floor tom and then your second. So to really get a good roll going, you've got to twist a lot and rotate and then come back across. But if you're using an offset style, you're centered. You can have a floor on each side, rocking on your floor toms, and then roll up the center. Bring your set together as you're playing. It's more balanced, it's more ergonomic, it's more efficient for your movements, in my opinion. I play a little guitar, just simple rhythm stuff, nothing too fancy. Also was in choir class for a year. I don't usually tell people, hey, we're all friends here. Let's start a band. Well, of course, Kalani, you see behind me, headstock of the acoustic, my electrics. If Paul wants to drum, I can play bass also. Well, okay. So I do need to clean, but I'm going to take y'all on a little bit of a tour here. Oh, let's see how this works out. So in that case right there, I've got my Iceman IC300. It is a custom, I rebuilt it myself. Going over, I've got my mandolin. I've also got a couple spare. Oh, let me turn my light. Get some more light over here. So I got my spare snares over there. My mandolin up top. My drum set. And as you can see in front of the drum set, there's my acoustic bass. More guitars in the corner, cased up. Here is my 6-string ESP bass, because you rock, but do you gent? I got my computer down there. I've got my MIDI inputter I actually use this for recording drum tracks before I go analog with them. And around back, my Focusrite 6i6 input that runs to my computer. So as you can see, I've got a little bit of equipment here when it comes to recording. That's why my live stream was so easy to set up because I already had a lot of the recording equipment here. I already had a good camera. Paul will be the roadie. Sounds like a banging group to me. Oh, the crypto bars. Oh, now he's just showing. Hey, yeah, Scarlett 6i6. So it's got six inputs, six inputs and outputs. I can plug regular microphones in there. I can plug the 1/4-inch jacks in there. I can use that as my mixing board to mic up the drum set. I can have 2 different mics, so I can do an overhead ribbon mic and then a snare mic to pretty much try to capture everything. It's a small room. I don't need a lot of microphones for it. But yeah, I can actually, I think I can actually pull 6 mics on my drum set and kick it over to there. I've got, MT Drummer. I've got a lot of the free recording software on my computer. So I can go through and I've got my own studio set up here. And we're going to shrink down now. I'm going back to my corner. Move over just a bit. Oh, thanks, Pika. That's we could nerd out on this. Yeah, we could nerd out on this all night. I'm going to show you the mark of a true guitarist, though. Paul Wright Laws. Where are they? So this box right here. So, the one thing you can never find guitar picks. I tell you what, if the world ends, I have enough guitar picks to pass on to my great-grandchildren. Even if another guitar pick is never made, I've got enough to where my great-grandchildren will never run out of guitar picks. It's harmonica. What, you on the harmonica, Paul? I'm not sure if you would actually classify them as gent. The hardest metal, and if they fall under gent. In what box? No, I don't have a harmonica. I don't know if they fall under gent, but Meshuggah. Like I said, I don't go out and hunt for let me find every gent song I can find. I just know gent is super down tuned. That's why. Oh yeah, that entire box was guitar picks, and I just ordered more. Because I've got Musician's Friend, Guitar Center, and Sweetwater, and so every couple months I just order more picks. But yeah, so I've got my 6-string bass, I've got my 8-string electric multi-scale. 8-string electric multi-scale. That's about as far as I go. I was looking at a 10-string. God, I can't remember what the make was. I was looking at a 10-string multi-scale. Don't use picks, finger picker. Well, finger picking, hopefully you never run out of picks. With three names, Paul Wright-Lawn sounds like a manager. Sounds like our marketing agent. Yeah, Slayer. I tried a little bit of Slayer. They've got some great songs out there, definitely. Now wait, Kalani, you said that you play. You say you play guitar, right? Paul, you are correct. They did change their profile pic. So, Kalani, you do. You always have one of these, yeah. I need to scroll back up because I think Kalani said he plays guitar also. Fairly certain. So, I'm assuming everyone in here has heard of Slipknot before. Yeah, drums. You said some guitar. So you have regular guitars with regular guitar strings, your normal scale lengths, and so there are guitars called baritones. They run longer scale lengths, and you can more flexibility in tuning. A baritone guitar, you can down tune a lot further than you can on a standard guitar. I tend to like multi-scale guitars because I get the feel of a regular guitar, but I still get the extended scales for drop tuning. So Jim Root's Telecaster is based on a regular, more acoustic than electric. Okay. Jim Root's Telecaster is based off of a regular Fender Telecaster. Regular, I think it's a 24.5-inch scale length. Standard scale length for a short guitar. Not a full 24 fretter, but it's a 22 fretter. Just like, any Strat, any Tele, any Les Paul, or it might be 22.5-inch scale length. But so I took my Jim Root signature Telecaster and I threw a set of baritone strings on them. And I've got this thing on a 12-string, maybe Mini Koa Wood Taylor. Oh, Taylor makes very good guitars. But so I took this Fender Telecaster, threw baritone strings on it, and I've got it down tuned to a drop A. It's set up for B standard, but I've got it tuned into drop A for playing Slipknot with baritone strings. It is sick. It is so sick. I'm a madman. Yes, I am. I am a madman. Now, Paul Clay isn't a girl. Now, this will be a little bit of showing off. I want to show, since we got music people in here, I want to show you all the guitar that I built. It started off life as a regular, boring, black IC 300 Ibanez, the black guitar with the black pickups and the cream colored trim around the edging, and I rebuilt it into a tapping beast. So much for the stock market tonight. Let me put my snare up real quick. was loud. Paul really likes my butt. Something weird about that. So, if y'all are ready... Oh, and I want to get the light good here. Okay, so this is my custom built Iceman. And I actually bought this. You keep showing it off. Facts. Yeah, it is facts. I bought that as a flip guitar. I bought that to rebuild it and sell it. And it turned out so gorgeous. I couldn't let it go. VH 5150. What is a VH 5150? Oh, Van Halen. I think I know what guitar you're talking about. Oh, a studio album. I'm not sure if I probably heard that album. Okay, yeah, 5150 is the series for yeah. Not only is it the Van Halen album, but also the 5150 series is the red, black, and white striped guitar that Eddie played, and that's also the amplifier heads and the cabinets he used. No, so in the tradition of, you know, B.B. King had Lucille, and, you know, people naming guitars. Well, I'm not sure how well you can see. That is a red and black, or a black and white spiderweb pattern with a blood splatter on it. Oh, wrong way. There we go. So all the splotches you're seeing, those are, I actually did that. So it was all black when I started, and I taped off the spider web, you know, using regular electrical tape. I taped off the spider web, did the white coating on it, pulled the pulled the tape off to create the spiderweb pattern. My friend said I couldn't pull it off. I said, hold my... Oh, okay. Funny. Yeah. And so I took some of the red model paint for doing model cars, and I splattered the paint, you know, haphazardly, like it was just splattered on the guitar, and then I put like 4 or 5 layers of clear coat on it. But I did the when I did it up, when I did the white for the background to make the spider web, I did it hit it with humidity, so underneath it cracked. It cracked and got textured, so you could run your fingers across it and you could feel the texture on the guitar. And then I did the blood splatter on top of it and sealed the whole thing in. So I mean, like I said, it came out so beautiful. I couldn't sell it. And as long as I was doing that, I threw some threw some super hot high capacitor pickups on there because I use that one a lot for tapping. Like, well, pretty much any tapping you could do on it, but definitely for stuff like Minus the Bear Cold Company. You know, the tapping in that song's phenomenal, and there's just, you know, Brian May did a lot of tapping also. So yeah, I just wanted a guitar. Yeah, those are. Oh God, what I throw on there? Trying to. God, what kind of pickups were those? I know they're Seymour's, but Seymour Duncan. Give me a second here. Yep, here they are. Yeah, if you are looking for something with super good good pickup, good sustain, you know, you can use it for tapping. It really rings through. They are the Seymour Duncan. Oh, Seymour Duncan Invaders. And of course, you know, I went for the white with the black capacitor. I really wanted them to pop and stand out because, yeah, I remember when I built this guitar, I was looking for resale value. Yeah, I wanted people to be, you know, amazed by it and to be able to get a higher price out of it. And then I'm like, oh, this is so nice. I don't see how I can sell it. Paul, I'd love to, but I don't want to wake people up playing. You know, just putting the snare up, I made a ton of noise, but I'm trying not to wake people up. May end up, you know, it all depends. If we do, you know, if we had a stream tomorrow night after market, I can definitely pull a guitar off the wall there, and you know, can definitely do some playing there. Might take some time and practice a bit because the other night was kind of ad hoc, and I wasn't sounding as good as I know I can sound. You know, granted, I don't sound much better than that, but I do sound better. But yeah, definitely could try for it tomorrow night, and because roommate doesn't work tomorrow night, so you know, I'd be able to jump on and play no problem. Oh, Paul, you were making jokes about a pink scooter. Now, normally I wouldn't, Paul, but I have to defend my honor here because you were making jokes about me on a pink scooter, and that is such sacrilege. Such sacrilege. I don't see, Paul, I don't see how you could say that to me. A pink scooter. Pika, target. Pika, there's a target on screen. Yeah, you an outdoor smile making jokes. Oh, I cannot wait for summer for no sand on the road, no salt, no ice, no snow. That's my baby, and I can't wait. Can't wait to throw the battery in. and crank it up for the first time of the year and hear that engine and hop on and start screaming down the road. Just so far away. I don't know how I'll survive. I don't know how I survive winters without my bike. Oh, thank you, Pika. Oh, almost a little bit more. Just so I can see. Oh, right there. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, in fact, last year my first ride of the season was March 3rd. Smile has a pink 49cc scooter. You get more chicks with Smile on back. It's my God. Outdoor Smile's a trip. I like him. He's cool. Lot of good bantering with him. Yeah, nothing mean. It's just, it's good humor. Obviously, everyone who's been in here, a couple times knows I got a sense of humor. Knows that, that stuff doesn't bother me. So everyone, it is 7 o'clock here. Like Dumb and Dumber, yeah. It is 7 o'clock here. I have to, I have to go get dinner, grab a shower. Do all the Outdoor Smiles a true bro. Yeah, Outdoor Smiles a true bro. But I gotta go take care of my evening stuff. Get ready for tomorrow. Let's definitely have a good Friday. I'm looking forward to riding on their mini bike. Yeah. But let's look forward to a good Friday. Let's close out the week strong. Of course, as far as the prices tomorrow, I've got levels that I'm seriously looking for, because like I said, Monday I am ready to start the wheel on forward. I'm ready to up the aggression. I'm ready to get that weekly income coming in from those shares and start building up. And the hardest part of it is going to be sitting there waiting for the wash rule to expire. Having 31, pretty much 31 days where I cannot buy AMC. I'm just going to be sitting back and watching the price. So yeah, let's see how tomorrow goes, and next week, let's up the aggression. Well, I'm certainly going to up the aggression, and don't let the red market get you down. If you're looking for, if you have some ideas or some questions on ways to make money in a red market, if you get tired of seeing red and want to start making some money off it, definitely ask. What do we got here? Have a great night, Frank Paul Pika. Good night, everyone. But yeah, I'll see all of y'all I'll see all of y'all tomorrow, and I'm gonna run through here a quick shout out to everyone who jumped in. I know Pika Paul, DD214, Kalani. I said DD214, right? Yeah, I did. Thank you to everyone who came in, hung out, spent a little bit of time in your evening. It was cool hanging out and not just talking market stuff, but talking everything. So everybody, hope you have a wonderful night, and I of course wish y'all good health, good trades, and if you tonight before you go to bed, kick out a little prayer for Grandpa Barney. Let's Simon, of course, thank you for being in chat, Simon. But kick out a prayer for Grandpa Barney, and I will see all of y'all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.